is tight. Who will rise in the heat of the night? The finish line's near, we're on the edge. Who's taking the crown? Who's falling off the ledge? Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. So thank you again for tuning in tight. BobbethTV, where we live the fight. The engines may cool, but the legend will grow. Till next time, welcome back to the show. Engines prime, the lights go low. The crowd is roaring, time to go. Thank you for joining, the spotlight's aglow. Welcome to the show, BobbethTV, let's roll. Bob on the mic, the voice of the night, calling every lap under fierce floodlight. Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. There goes Von Mead, ripping through the bend. Tom Lamb, the Terminator, pushing to the end. John Bennett's drifting, Foxworth's on fire. McLean and Jackson climbing higher and higher. Travis still chasing Poudre, but Chad's on fire. Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar.
All right, BobbethTV is live. You know what that means. Another episode of Mud Mule TV coming your way. We're a little bit ahead of schedule in terms of getting ready, going live and things like that. Birdie in the Twitch chat. Good morning, my friend Beth. Morning to you as well. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just waiting for my screen to update. There we go. This is the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's YOTAOUTLAWZ late model series. It's going to be super pro and limited late models alternating over the next couple of weeks, every 3 weeks. We're going to start off here with the dirt super late models at the Lernerville Speedway. We're in Sava, USA. They're out on the track for practice. Still about 8 minutes to go, so about halfway in. So good time to jump down to the track. And let's have a look at some of these quick times, see what we've got. We've got 16 drivers currently registered. Travis McDonald is our quick time with 14.134, 14.179 for Chad Puttable and Jonathan Foxworth, the B-Main Bandit, 14.229. Swampass is back. Mikey Mixed is in fourth, but Swampass, Randy Dixon. Randall Dixon in fifth, quickest, 14.276. Welcome back, Randy. Brett Vanderwood, Wayne Bridges, Mike Davis, Jason Coffey, and Brian Angel round out the 6 to 10. Then it's Kelly McKellen, Mike Butler, Dawson Potter, Tim L. Brown, and Ty Dalman. But Swampass, Randy Dixon back in the racing scene. We haven't seen him on our screens in quite some time. Oh, he's not in the Discord, though. Oh, I was going to jump in the Discord and give him a bit of grief. Haven't spoken to him in ages. All right, still got about 6-7 minutes to go in practice. I'm just going to go get my drinks and stuff ready. And I'll be back in just a moment. Enjoy the practice, guys. All right, Scott Harding, Facebook, just found you. This is cool. Welcome in, brother. This is the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. They're an iRacing racing league that's been around for forever. I've been broadcasting for about 4 or 5 years now in a couple of different formats. Yeah, long-standing relationship with these guys. This is the YOTAOUTLAWZ late model series. So we're looking at super late models racing here at the Lernerville Speedway. Welcome in. Looks like about 2.5 minutes to go in practice. Travis still holds quick time with 14.134. Chad Putterball 14.179 and Jonathan Fox with 14.229. Sorry, quick time out on the track at the moment looks to be around that 14.5 mark, 14.508. I can see on the board there. 14.516 from Travis McDonald. Oh, there's no race sound. Holy shit. Been going for 15 minutes and there's been no race sound. I'm so sorry, guys. I knew I forgot something. So this is what happens when I'm ahead of schedule and on top of things. I missed something. It's easily going to be 3 heats here tonight. 2 of 5, 1 of 6. What's the lap count? I didn't check that when we started. 50 lap main event with a 15 lap feature. So we're going to have the winners of each feature race. Each heat race. We'll go straight through to the feature. The remaining drivers will decide their starting order in the feature via a 15 lap consolation B main battle. Thirsty, so tired, did not sleep well last night until about 6 a.m. when I finally got comfy and found the right setup. Yeah, if I ramble, it's usually the norm anyway, let's face it, then I apologise. Less than a minute to go before we kick on over to qualifying and get this racing underway. It's the last race of the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. They race Sunday, Monday, Tuesday nights US time, or it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning Australian times. We are at the Wednesday morning Australian time, of course. This is round 1 of the 2026 season. Qualifying is underway. The 11 of Mikey Mixter, one of the first cars out onto the track. Wayne Bridges, Randy Dixon, Mike Davis, all out. Pardon me. I've got this smudge on my glasses that I can see when it's on, but I can't seem to clear. Annoying. One of those days. Oh yeah, Ty, Dalman, thanks for the like. Dawson, thanks for the like, and the shares also. Ty and Chris. The follow Porky _ US on Twitter on Twitch last night, 14 hours ago. Thank you for the follow. better cams for the qualifying here. Oh, good time's coming through, but no cars on camera. Chad Puttable, quick time 14.49, 14.527 for Josh Roberts, Travis McDonald, Dawson Potter, Mike Butler, the top 5. Oh my god. Just gonna mute that chat for now. $17 drivers. Josh Roberts looks like the latest joinee. Still waiting on Jonathan Foxworth. Looks like he's out on the track, so let's get those cameras down to him. So far, Chad Puttable quickest. Josh Roberts. Oh, he got second quickest. Travis McDonald third. Dawson Potter and Ty Dowman ran out the 4th and 5th spots. 6 to 10. Mike Butler, Brian Angel, Brett Vanderwood, Mike Davis, and Jason Coffey. 11 to 15 is Randy Dixon, Mikey Mixter, Wayne Bridges, Chris Potter, and Jonathan Foxworth. Tim L. Brown and Kelly McKellen round out the 16th and 17th spots. As our qualifying looks like it's coming to an end. All right. Thanks for the follow. It's Zilzy. How are you, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Let's get our grid for Heat 1 up and running. Let's get this broadcast underway. Racing's just about ready to start. All right, Heat 1 for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's YOTAOUTLAWZ Late Model Series Dirt Super Late Models here at the Lernerville Speedway. Chad Puttable and Dawson Potter are going to be on that front row. Brian Angel and Jason Coffey, second row. Wayne Bridges and Tim L. Brown will be on the third row. Now remember, the winner will go straight through to our 50-lap feature race. And the rest of the drivers will line up in our 15-lap B main to decide their feature start. So the winners of each heat will go straight through to the feature. The remaining cars will do a 15-lap race to decide their starting order behind them. And then we'll have our main event. School going to need your schedule. Thank you very much. Yeah, I need to update it, but it's basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday mornings from, say, 11:30 onwards for a couple of hours a day. One race on Monday mornings, 2 on Tuesdays, and this one on Wednesday mornings, of course. All right, a win in Heat 1, of course, will secure the most advantageous start in the feature. That is pole position, front row, inside line. You decide the starts and basically control the beginning of the race. So very important finishing position. Chad Puttable has it in Heat 1. He could take it all the way, but he's got some competition. Dawson Potter, Brian Angel, Jason Coffey, Wayne Bridges, and Tim L. Brown. Off we go. Well, Chad did not set well. He's our first victim of turn 2. Hasn't gone all the way down the hill, which can occur. So luckily unluckily falling to rear of field, but luckily not falling all the way off the race. He's still able to race his way back in the next 6 laps, which it looks like he's going to try and do with Tim L. Brown right there in front of him. Brian Angel now our new race leader. Dawson Potter second. Wayne Bridges currently third. Jason Coffey, Tim L. Brown, Chad Puttable third, fourth and fifth. 6 laps will be our total heat race time. 3 laps in, 3 still to come. Oh, who was that? Looked like Jason Coffey, I believe, as well as the 20 of Chad Puttable. That's our first yellow flag. Big crash, Jason Coffey, Chad Puttable coming together. Let's rewatch that one play out. There's Jason Coffey in the middle of that field, up high in the 92. Wayne Bridges down low, 20, Chad Puttable. See here, the 107, the 92 got up into the wall. That stopped, and 107 got into him. The 20, no choice but to come into contact with the 107 of RCI's. Jason Coffey. But yeah, I've got to update my schedule. I think it's set on Twitch, but it's wrong. It's an old one. I'm slack with that sort of stuff. But we do go out via YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. That way, if you've got a preferred way that you like to watch things, or the social media platform that you choose to use, you've got that option available. Of course, Twitch is the main platform. That's the one where you can interact. You've got channel points you can earn, and sound effects and funny things you can do and play with. Jump scares that frighten me. All right, safety car, how good? Yeah, it's Lernerville Speedway. It is quite often that you'll go off track, or there'll be some slowdowns and crashes. So we might see a few safety cars here tonight. This 6-lap heat race is going to be extended out. We'll have a green, white checkered finish. That's a green flag lap to get up to speed. The white flag lap to finish the race. Of course, the checkered flag will signify that. Pace truck will come down the backstretch and leave the track here on 3. These boys will get a start. Looks like Chad Puttable, Jason Coffey, and Wayne Bridges all still in the pit. So it might be a 3-car dash. Brian Angel, Dawson Potter, and Timmy O'Brien. The podium up for grabs here. Brian Angel, Dawson, Potter, Tim Brown. Looks like Wayne Bridges has gone, nope, I'm going to get myself out there and get that 4th slot. Well, 9-lap heat race was the extension. The YOTAOUTLAWZ late model series makes sense that Heat 1 will be won by YOTAOUTLAWZ driver. Brian Angel gets the checkered flag for Heat 1. Dawson Potter gives him a good old shunt into the side to say g'day. Right, Heat 1's results as follows. Dirt Warrior Racing's Chad Puttable in 6. RCI's Jason Coffey in 5th. Wayne Bridges in 4th. Tim Brown 3rd. KHR's very own Dawson Potter in 2nd. But YOTAOUTLAWZ pick up the Heat 1 victory. The pole position start in the feature, avoiding that 15-lap Consi. Brian Angel, congratulations. Who's going to join him front row outside pole? Will it be Josh Roberts or Tydale Mann? Will it be Brett Vanderwood or Randy Dixon? Will it be Chris Perotta or Kelly McKellen? That is our 3 rows of Heat 2. 6 laps. Just a reminder for those watching for the first time at home, these are not AI drivers. This is not the CPU racing each other. These are actual real-life drivers. Some actual real-life race car drivers, as you can see with Josh Roberts and his driver picture. It's got his real-life 42 race car, as well as his late model there presented. But these guys are predominantly American. I believe they're all American. Yeah, look at that, all American drivers. All right, you know the drill. We're coming out of 2 here. We're going to go down that back stretch as soon as we get to the end. The pace truck will leave the track. The boys will get this 6-lap race underway. Heat 2, who is going to join Brian Angel on the front row? Who's going to go in through to the Consi to race for their position again in the feature? Let's find out. Tidedale, man, off to a good start there. Josh able to hold it nice and low, though, with the speed and lock in at that first place run. Ty in second. Randy in the third. Swan pass. Randy Dixon back after a big absence. So good to see him on the track. The 11. 12 on our leaderboards. Behind him, Chris Perotta and Kelly McKellen. Oh, Brett Vanderwood, sorry, on our screen right now. Then it's Kelly McKellen and Chris Perotta. Josh Roberts, Tidedale, man. They are battling it out hard. We've only got one more lap to go. Josh holding it on the low line. Traditionally a high line racer. Oh, Ty gets the run out of 4. White flag lap. Can Ty steal the front row start on the last lap here? As I say, Josh Roberts, normally a high line runner with momentum, has been running the low line a little bit there. Ken McLean is a known bottom feeder and has inspired Josh, but Tidedale with a run. Gets that last lap pass. Takes out the front row, starting the feature. All right, the official results for Heat 2 for the YOTAOUTLAWZ Late Model Series Dirt Super Late Models here at the Lernerville Speedway. Chris Perotta in 6th. Mo Diggy Murphy's Kelly McKellen in 5th. YOTAOUTLAWZ Brett Vanderwood in 4th. Swan Pass Randy Dixon in the 3rd place. Triple Groove Racing's Josh Roberts in 2nd. And Dirty Boys Motorsports Tidedale, man, in 1st. Oh my God, Bob, spit it out. All right, our 3rd and final heat for the night will be Travis McDonald and Mike Butler on that front row. Mike Davis and Mikey Mixter on that 2nd row. Jonathan Foxworth on that 3rd and final row. So a 15-lap B main to come for the 3 winners from the heat races. They'll go straight through to the feature. The remaining 13, 14 cars will battle it out 15 laps. And the order they finish in will be how they start in our 50-lap main event here tonight. All right, off we go and racing 3rd and final heat for the night. Travis McDonald off to a great start. He was our late model series champion last season, looking to defend that season coming into the YOTAOUTLAWZ late model series. He's got a YOTAOUTLAWZ driver Mike Butler right there behind him. Mikey Mixter, Jonathan Foxworth and Mike Davis also there. All 4 of these guys behind Travis McDonald had a great run coming towards the end of the season or the start of this week in Mike Butler in terms of momentum runs in that top 5. So this should be an interesting field. It will be a bit follow the leader, as the track hasn't really came in that much. We've seen over the last 2 races, hasn't really been a racy track. It's more been trying not to make errors such as the 11/17 of Mikey Mixter, who just unfortunately went up off of the exit of 4 there. Managed to get it back down onto the racetrack before the yellow was called. So we're going to keep our green flag race going. 2 laps to come. Travis McDonald trying to hold off Mike Butler. Looks like Mikey Mixer's had to send that race car to the pits. Just the 4 cars remaining. That will lock 5th place for Mikey Mixter. Mad Dog Mike Davis currently fourth. B-Main Bandit Jonathan Foxworth in third. It's Mike Butler, our second place driver. Travis McDonald just ahead of him, the 88. As he comes around for the final time. Nice and low. Gets a little bit of lift on that left. Front left as he gets the checkered flag. Excuse moi. Alright, heat 3's results before we jump over to our 15 lap B-Main consolation race. Bottom feeder Speedco's Mikey Mixter in fifth. Mad Dog Mike Davis from Mo Digging Mafia. Just realised Mo Digging Mafia has the same, oh no. So say the same initials, but no, they don't. Mo Digging Mafia's Michael Mad Dog Davis. Jonathan Foxworth, the B-Main Bandit in third. YOTAOUTLAWZ Mike Butler butts in second. But T-Mac Travis McDonald gets the Heat 3 victory, goes straight through to the feature race and is not going to be in this following grid. It will be Dawson Potter and Josh Roberts on the front row. Mike Butler and Tim Brown on that second row. Randy Dixon and Jonathan Foxworth we're on that third row. Fourth row is Wayne Bridges, Brett Vanderwood, Mike Davis and Jason Coffey. Fifth row. Sixth row will be Kelly McKellen and Mikey Mixter. And our seventh and final row, Chad Puttable and Chris Perotta. This will give us a good sort of idea of the feature race, real estate wise. The guys getting up to speed, up to momentum, getting their race speed, hitting their marks, and how they'll go with that, with the opportunity, or with the possibility of other cars being in their line, in their real estate. This is the full field of the three victors from our heat races. They have gone straight through to our 50-lap main event. Red Bull, looking for a sponsorship if you're watching. Pacetrack's going to leave the track. 15 lap B-Main consolation race about to begin. The 44, 429 and the 0, the 29, the 12, the 8, the 92, the 107, the 99, the 11, the 21, the 27, the 20. They are off and racing. Looks like Josh Roberts went up off the track there. But at the same time, might have been a crash. Jason Coffey, Mikey Mixter, Chris Perotta. Contact there, Jason Coffey, the 0, the 27, unable to avoid that flow-on effect. Like I said, this will give us a good indication of what the feature race will be like, and it guys a bit of practice in terms of how they're going to try and get up to speed. All right, here we go. We're going to get lap 4 of 15 back underway for our 15 lap B main for the YOTAOUTLAWZ Late Model Series here at the Lernerville Speedway. Josh Roberts and Dawson Potter will resume at that battle on the front row. Mike Butler and Randy Dixon second. Let's see if they get through. They got through 1 and 2 okay. Down that backstretch into 3 and 4. Looks like we are racing. We are safe to get back to our race cams. check this out. Looks like Dawson Potter's going to take the B main lead and get that fourth starting position if he can hold on. Josh Roberts currently second. Swampass in third. Mike Butler, Kelly McKellen, Wayne Bridges, Chad Football, Tim L. Brown, Brett Vanderwood, Mike Davis, Jason Colby, Chris Pryor, Mikey Mixter, 13 Cuffield. Oh, B main bandit Jonathan Foxworth is listed as out. I hope that's just out of the B main. And, well, not hope, but you know what I mean. If he is out, I hope it's just the B main and he will line up again for our feature race. Or it looks like the 27 of Chris Pryor and the 99 Michael Mad Dog Davis coming into contact as looked like Michael got up over the edge of the track a little bit. And the thing with that is here at Lernerville, iRacing won't automatically call the yellow if a car goes up over. So it can be a delayed checkup. How you liking it, guys? Who you going for? Who do you think's going to start well in the feature? Who do you think's got a handle on the track so far? Who are you here to support without all that? Alright, let's going to get this one back underway in just a moment. Dawson Potter, Josh Roberts, Randy Dixon, Mike Butler, Wayne Bridges, and Chad Putterball, Tim L. Brown, Kelly McKellen, Brett Vanderwood, Jason Coffey, Mike Mixter, and Chris Perrotta. Mike Davis at the rear of field. Actually, there's someone else behind Mike Davis, but hasn't updated. It's the 11, Mikey Mixter, apparently. Ah, it's because Chris and Mike are a lap or two down there. Okay, that makes sense. Mike Mixer's on the lead lap. Those two are not. Lap 12 of 15 completed. 13 and 15, only a couple to go. We're going to stay up the front and watch this battle for the race leaders. Josh Roberts is on that high line against Dawson Potter, and that's what we were talking about earlier. He is unstoppable, and he learned his lesson with Ty in the heat race. Looks like Mike Butler might also get a run on Dawson if he can't get his car up in front of the Double Zero's nose. He does, which is good. So now he's going to be able to keep battling Josh. He's going to hold it down low. Wasn't sure he was going to go for a mini slider line and see if he could just keep that speed on that low line. But white flag lap, this is it. Dawson Potter, Josh Roberts, who's going to get the advantage coming into turns 3 and 4. It's going to be Josh Roberts. It looks like Dawson down low. He's not going to get the exit speed though as Josh gets to the start finish line 2/10 of a second quicker to lock in that fourth place. Outside pole, second row starting position in our feature race. Just wait for the B main results to come through. They'll start to line up for our feature race. The fireworks will commence. All right, B main band. Oh no, there we go. Let's go down a few. Oh no, there was only 14 in that race. That's right. The B main bandit Jonathan Foxworth in 14th. Modigan Murphy's Mike Davis 30th. Chris Perrotta 12th. Tim L. Brown finished 11th. Bottom feeder speed codes Mikey Mixter on in 10th. Jason Coffey for RCI 9th. YOTAOUTLAWZ Brett Vanderwood 8th. Wayne Bridges 7th. Modigan Murphy's Kelly McKellen 6th. Swampass Randy in the top 5. Joe Warrior Racing's Chad Putterball finished 4th. Mike Butler for YOTAOUTLAWZ in the top 3 spot. KHR's very own Dawson Potter in 2nd, but Triple Groove Racing's Josh Roberts got the B main victory. All right, let's do that backwards now for the grid. It's going to be Brian Angel and Ty Dowman on that front row. Travis McDonald and Josh Roberts, second row. Dawson Potter and Mike Butler will be on that third row. Fourth row is going to be Chad Puddleball and Randy Dixon. Kelly McKellen and Wayne Bridges on that fifth row. Sixth row is going to be Brett Vanderwood and Jason Coffey. Mikey Mixter and Tim L. Brown will be on that seventh row with Chris Protter and Mike Davis on that eighth row. If Jonathan's still in the race, ninth row, he will line up. Yep, definitely out on the track is Jonathan Foxworth. So the full 17 car field in our feature race, 50 laps, Lernerville Speedway. Off we go, 50 lap main event. This is the YOTAOUTLAWZ Late Model Series opening round. Super late models at the Lernerville Speedway. One of the toughest formats, toughest tracks, toughest cars. Put them together, and this is what we're going to get. Off to a good start, though. Let's jinx them by saying that. Brian Angel, Dawson Potter, Ty Dowman, Travis McDonald, Josh Roberts, the 5. Randy Dixon, Wayne Bridges, Kelly McKellen, Jason Coffey, the 6 to 10. Ooh, a little bit of wall contact there, a little bit of change of momentum. Travis managed to get that car down and low and out of the way. Oh, we saw, oh, what a crash in the background there. I think that was the 27 of Chris Perotta. Holy cow, was he flipping over that track. Let's have a look there. There he is there, the 27 comes around. Went to avoid that car, but that meant the lip was going to get him, and oh, what a crash. All right, Dawson Potter, Brian Angel, Travis McDonald, Ty Dowman, Josh Roberts, Randy Dixon, Wayne Bridges, Jason Coffey, Chad Puddleball, Kelly McKellen, Tim L. Brown and Mike Butler, Mike Davis and Brett Vanderwood, Mikey Mixter and Chris Perotta. That is the 8 rows starting order. Looks like Jonathan Foxworth, he'll be on the 9th row as he was in the pits when I was calling that, but has got himself out on the track. Coming through 1 and 2, we can see it on the track map as the boys get our start going for lap 5 of 50. Dawson Potter off to a great start with Ty Down Man working his way back into that second spot. Josh Roberts third, Brian Angel fourth, Travis McDonald fifth, Chapter Ball, Wayne Bridges, Randy Dixon, Jason Coffey, Tim L. Brown still 6 to 10. Mike Davis, Kellen, Chris Perrotta, Mikey Mixter, Mike Butler, Brett Van Wood, Jonathan Fox with the 11 to 17. As we come up on the 9th lap down the backstretch. Travis McDonald and I believe that is Brian Angel 5th and 4th. We're battling it out. We're riding along with Brian Angel right now. That's Josh Roberts, 3rd place. That's 1st and 2nd. Just no caution has come out. Let's see where that was. Let's see if we can't go back. Thomas, Dennis in the YouTube chat, thank you so much. There's the like. I appreciate you, brother. How have you been lately, sir? I've been awesome. Doing great. How about yourself, my man? Thank you for tuning in always. Love your support every race, basically. Appreciate it, man. All right, Ty Dow, man, Dawson Potter, Brian Angel, Josh Roberts, Chapel, Travis McDonald, Wayne Bridges, Randy Dixon, Tim Brown, Jason Coffey, Brett Van Wood and Chris Pryor, Mike Davis, Mikey Mixter, Mike Butler and Kelly McKellen, Jonathan Foxworth, 17 cars, a lap, 10 of 50. YOTAOUTLAWZ late model series back underway. Doing really well outside, trying to keep the sickness going around away. Yeah, it's a bit like that. I'm in Tasmania and it's summer in Australia, but we really, hot weather's sort of subjective. So it's sort of been a weird thing temperature-wise, and I think I've gotten a bit of a weird head thing from it, and getting old, so the old back and hips aren't doing so great. So sleep's always interesting as well. I think that helps, but yeah, can't complain. Keep listening. Riding along inside Dawson Potter's car, down low. We jump back and spot to Brian Angel. We can see them up ahead, Dawson Potter and tighter man Josh Roberts, even a little bit of Travis McDonald. Battling it out. This is still pretty tight up the front, 14 of 50. Yeah, it's become a bit of a mainstay, hasn't it? Still checking up precaution. They're all a little bit of contact. Nothing crazy, though, as they keep this battle going. Ty Dellman is our race leader. Josh Roberts, Dawson Potter, Brian Angel, Travis McDonald, still the top 5. Randy Dixon, Chapel, Wayne Bridges, Jason Coffey, Mike Davis, the top 10. Randy Dixon just struggling to keep the car off the top of the run there. Very little walls on the outside, so you've got to be careful coming into 1 and 2 down that backstretch. Oh, speaking of, Brian Angel went up and over, but managed to if you can keep it safe, you can keep it off the wall and keep it running, you generally get back down on the track, maybe drop a spot or two, but better than slamming at that pit lane wall. About 5 laps outside the halfway mark of this battle. 21 in, 50 is our total. Wayne Bridges up ahead of him, Chad Puttable behind him, Brian Angel. Some stiff competition in this late model series. Oh, the 44, Dawson Potter. He's got up off the track there. Slender will try to get back down the track a little bit too quickly. Almost came down into those drivers as he tries to race his way. He's very quick, so not going to spend much time getting back up to speed. They've got a few positions to try and claim back. Halfway mark, 25 in, 25 to go. All right, just going to step away from the screen for just 2 moments. We'll be back in just a second, guys. Apologies. All right, sorry about that, folks. Oh, and I didn't grab my drink. Bloody hell, I'll leave that for next caution. 31 of 50 in. Let's see if we can go back and have a look at what happened here. So Jonathan Foxworth, Wayne Bridges might have been the 2 cars involved in it. Let's have a look. Jonathan Foxworth, the 29. Wayne Bridges will be the 92 if he comes on screen. Well, 29 just disappeared. Oh, there we go. He's back now. There we go, the 00 got into him. I think that might have been a bit of a network issue, and he reappeared, unfortunately unable to do anything, and then, yeah, Wayne Bridges just coming around the corner and not able to avoid any contact. Not a massive yellow count so far. There have been a few, but in terms of Lernerville, there's been 3. We had our Chili Bowl round yesterday with the micro sprints, and that's usually quite a cautious race as well, with a lot of yellow flags. I think that one only had 3 as well. So the boys really managing to do quite well racing here at the Lernerville Speedway tonight. Pace truck's going to leave the track. We're going to get this single file restart back underway. Ty Dellman, Josh Roberts, Randy Dixon, Charles McDonald, Chad Puttable, Brian Angel, Dawson Potter, Mike Davis, Joseph Coffey, Mikey Mixer, Chris Perrotto, Brett Vanderwood, Kim L. Brown, Mike Butler, Kelly McKellen, and Wayne Bridges. 16 car field. Unfortunately, Jonathan Foxworth has retired. I guess due to those connection issues that were present in that last replay. Oh, the leader up off the track. Does get it back down after he falls about 4 or 5, 6 spots back. Josh Roberts is going to take over our race lead there. As the trouble with the Lernerville. As I said, you go up and over, the yellow flag won't automatically come out. It needs to be called by a race control agent. But 9 times out of 10, if you get up on 4 out of 4 and don't hit the wall, you can get it back on the track racing and keep it green. But Ty Daman falling from 1st to 8th on that restart. Doing the right thing though, keeping it up high. Ooh, looks like Mike Davis is going to come up high on the straightaway there, but Ty had the car in between him and the wall. Happened pretty quick, so Mike not able to sort of see it occur. Would have just been clear high until he moved and then driver high. 35 off, oh Ty. Turn 2 can be quite a dangerous spot. 3 and 4 and 2, which is basically 3/4 of your cornering at Lernerville. Top 3 broken away from the main pack. Josh Roberts, Randy Dixon, Travis McDonald. God, it's good to see Randy's name on the leaderboard again. Oh, looks like that was the 107 Jason Coffey. Got a little loose in the background as the camera was sort of switching off up ahead of him. But looks like he's been able to keep it green. No contact with Mike Davis. The bottom feeder co-0 driver able to sort of stay out of it as well. So Mikey mixed that. Oh, Mikey mixed to Mike Davis, bit of contact. Can we get a mic check? Oh, Mike keeping that nose where it was, and Mikey Mixter wanted to send it and let it rip. And there was very little real estate between those cars. Oh, Ty cut up over the nose of Mike Davis. Unfortunately, nowhere to go, but right after that, that will take him back off the track. That is going to upset his run back into the top 5. In fact, he's fallen out of the top 10 now, 4th place. That leaderboard, if Randy starts to challenge Josh more for that lead, or Travis will try and jump up there and check it out. Well, the boys coming up on leaders coming up on lap traffic. Kelly McKellen just ahead of Josh Roberts, Randy Dixon and Travis McDonald, as is Wayne Bridges, Tim L. Brown and Brett Vanderwood. And with about 5 laps to go, that could have finishing order ramifications. So we're going to stay up here with the leaders and just watch this battle play out, as looks like the 21 of Kelly McKellen's trying to stay down low as the top 3 come by, and Josh and Randy get past him. Travis is now alongside him. It looks like Kelly's doing all right, keeping it smooth and controlled down low. Travis not able to really lock into that sort of quote-unquote pass as they move up to the next group. Brett Vanderwood and Tim L. Brown. Wayne Bridges and Brett Vanderwood. Well, Wayne dangerously close to Randy Dixon, but nothing too crazy as we get to 2 to go. Just keep it going now. 1 more lap. White flag. We will not have a yellow flag. We will have a finish. Josh Roberts, though. Wayne Bridges. That is crazy. Some of those guys racing for their own positions to get to the white flag lap. This is it. The last lap of the opening round of the YOTAOUTLAWZ late model series. What a race it has been. A lot better than I built it up to be. Swamp Ass Randy, second on return though. What a race. Oh, I've got to stretch. Ha! Start to see a lot of cars intentionally flying off the track there. Just wait for our official results. Alright, there we go, results up. Right, the B main bandit Jonathan Foxworth finished 17th. Dirty Boys Motorsports Ty Dowman in 16th. Jamel Brown 15th. Callum McKellen for Mo Digging Mafia in 14th with Wayne Bridges 13th. Yoda Outlaws picked up the 12th and 11th spots. Brett Vanderwood and Brian Angel respectively. Chris Trotter got the top 10 position with Mike Davis for Mo Digging Mafia in 9th. Bottom feeder Speedco's Mikey Mixter in 8th with Yoda Outlaws Mike Butler in 7th. RCI's Jason Coffey in 6th, our top 5. KHR's Dawson Potter in 5th. DWR Dirt Warrior Racing's Chad Putterball in 4th. Travis McDonald 3rd. Swamp Pass Randy Dixon in 2nd, but Triple Groove Racing's Josh Roberts, after that heartbreaking loss in the heat race, hangs on and gets the victory. Tied down and unlucky, sir. Unlucky 30 to throw it away. Yeah, it's one of those things where you can lead, 98% of the race, and it comes down to those last few laps or to that one mistake, and you just got to regroup. And only as good as your next race, my man. So we'll see you again next week. But geez, you've been impressive on debut, brother. You can pat yourself on the back there, for sure. All right, let's get Josh's deets up on our screen here. Get on over to the Discord. All right, Josh Roberts, congratulations. Probably the hardest, if you look at the late model series, I feel like this is the toughest combo. I feel like Lernerville Speedway really is the toughest track because you've really got to run the ball throttle control. Sometimes you have to give it more than you're comfortable to do just to get those passes in 3 and 4, and other times you really got to be careful that mini slider line can sometimes fool you. A bit of a heartbreak in the heat race. Ty just getting on that last lap, so you made sure that in the Conti you got it done. So congratulations on that B-main victory as well. But super late models are a tough car to run. Were you expecting a top 5 or top 3 run tonight?
I mean, that was the goal. I'm still battling the sickness, so all week I haven't been able to run with these guys. But I finally got past the headache stage, so I got on and hopped, and looking at the field, I mean, anytime you run a league or a race in this league, it's stout competition. This was my first race with him, so I didn't know what he was going to do long term because I knew it was 50 laps, which 50 is still kind of a long stretch race. But I knew my game plan. Granted, he got me in the heat race. I was really trying to buy my time and get back up top. But I mean, he had that thing on a rope, and he ran away with it in the heat. And me and Dawson had that constant.
Dawson.
He got tight, and I just was able to roll around. And I kind of just stayed out of trouble. Like, I just stayed true to myself and my line. And I mean, tire wear's a constant thing in these cars, especially with all the horsepower that you got. Ty was starting to run away with it. Then we hit lap traffic, so I started reeling him back in, and then we had a caution. And I don't know what happened. My game plan was I was going to start go low 1 and 2, and then high 3 and 4, because that was when I was starting to put my quickest times in. And then obviously I was saving for the last 10 laps to pass. I felt like I had the car with Ty up there. But this track, it's been known to take a few liters out over the top. I've been one of them many a time.
It has, yeah.
It worked in my favor as the track went on. It felt good, like the car felt good later in the race. I didn't feel like I was really pushing myself over the limit. I was watching the relative with Randall and Travis, and to be honest, like I was out there just doing my thing. I mean, if I needed to push it, I could have. But my thing was not to go over the top. So I'll gladly take this win after the 3 weeks of sickness I've been.
No, definitely. Thomas Dennis was in the chat as well. He was talking about the sickness still yeah, him fighting that as well. We've got a little bit of that going around down here in Australia as well, and um, it's yeah, we call it the what do they call it? The flu game, the Jordan flu game.
Yeah, that's what they were
Yeah,
saying. It
I
sounded
know.
horrible, and they're like, "Oh, you're just coming just for the flu game, huh?"
Yeah. I mean, we look back a couple of weeks ago, and I say this somewhat in jest because we can joke about it now. Mike Davis, quite seriously sick for a while there, and was and was in the booth one night because racing wasn't a thing, and then he was back the next night and did quite well. The flu game, yeah, it is definitely something. I think that is a thing you Americans sort of step up when I guess when you're not overthinking it or you know trying to do too much. If you sort of go in and go, all right, I'll just see what happens. Like it's yeah, you're a bit more patient, a bit more weary of your spots and things like that. Now this one, very similar to last night's race with the micros at Chili Bowl. Chili Bowl micros, super late models, or Lernerville, I'll always talk up as okay. Look, just to prepare the audience, might be a cautious round. It's more of a racing issue, not a driver skill issue. Momentum can change quite quickly here at Lernerville. We saw that, excuse me, a few times, things like that. But really, only a couple. Like if, as I said to the drivers yesterday in the interview, I would go 3 to 5 cautions as an over under just based on the track title alone. So we're racing at Lernerville
Oh
Speedway.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, there's going to be 3 to 5 cautions. Same with Chili Bowl yesterday. There was 3 cautions at Chili Bowl. There was one, two, three, three here. Four. No, three in the feature race. So we saw in the Consi there was a caution right at the start there, and I thought that was the getting up to speed and doing so when someone else might be in your chosen line or your sort of spot mark. It's going to take some patience to work that up. I saw you down on the low line a lot of. I think it was it the heat or the Consi? The Consi. Um,
Yeah, both. I mean, you know me. I've been running a lot of the low line
you
just to
have.
compete with Kent. But I'm starting to like it's not the top line. Obviously, I'm the top line guy.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to actually figure it out down low, and it's allowing me to maneuver and pass people when typically I would have rode the hard line and just wait for my shot to take. So it's kind of making me a more well-rounded racer, I feel, which I'm always confident in my racing
Mhm.
abilities, but I'm not going to get on here and just gloat of, oh, I'm so fast and all this, but I mean, you got to put practice in to learn multiple grooves because the track, I mean, it changes throughout, especially once we get to these 7,500 lap races. It changes like every 15,
Mm.
20 laps.
Oh,
So
definitely.
if you don't have that repertoire of being able to swap, lanes throughout, then you're gonna fade back quick.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. It's I was just trying to think. I had something I was going to say about that, but I can't remember who it was now. It was yeah, very similar sort of situation. It's the tough ones. We just spoke about it earlier. Tire wear. Now Lernerville, obviously super late models. Throttle control is another important sort of factor. Oh no, that's what I remember now. I'll trade off of that because I was trying to build what I was going to say as I was saying. I was trying to pick a destination while taking the plane off from the runway. Um, oh shit! And I lost it straight away. Oh my god, Bob. Um, we were talking about something, and um, it was the back and forth. Ah, the was it the lines? No, I've lost it. It has been a long week for me already. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Oh Jesus. All right. So we've had a few new viewers. I've got a couple of different online sort of worlds that I'm a part of, and we've had a few of those starting to cross over into the iRacing space. And yeah, one of the guys watching it was just saying, "Very cool. Looking forward to watching more now that he's found it." So you guys attracting new drivers, attracting, always constantly getting new viewers. Randy, speaking of, that was the thing I was going to say, but you were deep in a point. How good was it to have Randy Dixon back in the race today? I did have a quick look in the Discord, and I didn't see him in the chat. I was going to specifically call in
Yeah,
just to say,
nothing against Randy. We love Randy here.
mm,
It's just if you step out for a while, we kind of do house control.
yep,
John's really, I think it's ADHD kind of with him.
Yep,
If you
yeah,
set out for a while, he wants to clean it up and just keep things moving. And, we always Randy's never done anything to get kicked out of the league, so
yeah,
obviously we're accepting him full arms. But I don't think he had the Discord link, and obviously while we're in the race, we really couldn't give him one.
yeah,
But
yeah.
we'll make sure to get him one because dude, he's one of the OGs. He'll cut up with us, and there for a while I didn't realize he was behind me because I'm trying to pay attention to the lap cars too, and. And then I looked down, I saw Randy Dixon behind me. I was like, "Oh, swamp ass."
No, it was really good to see, and likewise, as I say, Ty. He was in the chat, and I know he's put himself in the Discord, sort of beating himself up a little bit for throwing
Oh
his
yeah,
race
if he
away.
if he
But
knows anything with her leagues, I know he's new. Um, Main thing is he's got the speed. Obviously, it shows. Super late when I was at Lanier is not an easy task. He's got the speed. Granted, it's just the luck, just going over the top. It would have been a Duke, 10 laps to go because I'm not going to let go. But I mean, we have so many races throughout the season. He'll be able to make ground in no time.
yeah,
Main thing, just don't get discouraged and just quit all cold turkey on us, because he's already showing he can hang with
oh
us. So
yeah,
I like it. Me, I'm always for the competition as long as they're racing respectfully and not out dirtying us or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Because me, I will not touch a car if I don't have to.
That's it.
But I mean, we raced side by side there for a while in the heat race, and he respected my lane and I respected his lane. So if we get guys like Ty coming in here fast and respectful, it's just gonna add another element to a championship run and just make it that much harder for us that's been in here for a while.
That's it. That's it. And it's only going to make everyone else a better driver. He's going to pick up skills.
Hmm.
You're all going
Hmm.
to pick up skills in terms of handling those drivers, things like that. And that actually just reminded me of the point I was going to make earlier, where you were talking about your inside line runs and how you sort of incorporated that in. And it is, we're seeing that you're becoming such a, not that you weren't already, but you're becoming a more well-rounded driver. But the other thing we're starting to see is it's giving other guys that chance to try out that high line against someone like you. And and we're seeing other drivers, Dawson, Mikey Mixter was up there for a while. Ty, some of those other guys really having a bit of success on that high line, which the better they get up there and the more comfortable they get up there, the more it forces your game down low as well. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
just
But
another
I've got to let
example.
them know,
Yeah.
even though they get a little taste up there, I'm gonna let them know that's my spot.
That's it. Yeah, you're there because I'm down here, not because you want to be
Yeah,
up there. Yeah, exactly,
exactly.
exactly. No, well, that's what Triple Groove Racing is all about. Whether it's high, middle, or low line, you're going to have one of you boys
Absolutely.
up there. All right, well, look, congratulations. That wraps up the first week of the 2026 Knuckleheadz iRacing League season, and new formats, a couple of different races on different days, and it's been exciting already. We're seeing a lot of that momentum carrying through from the end of the season. Only a week off, so you boys able to sort of pick up where you left off and sort of start on a better footing. And what better footing than a victory here in the first round? We're off to, I think, what is it? It goes supers, yeah,
I think
pros, and
pro,
then
and then
limiteds. Yeah, so
limited.
pros,
Yeah.
link, and limiteds, weed sports. And then that supers at Lanier. That's going to be so good. So January, some good late model racing. Well, we'll let you go. You've got bragging rights for the rest of the week. We'll, of course, be back Sunday night US time, Monday morning Australian to do it all over again with the Dirt Street Stocks. So we'll see you possibly then. But until then, my man, friends, family, and sponsors, who do you need to give a shout out for making all this possible?
Oh, always the wife. She's pretty much had to take care of three babies ever since I went down sick, 3 weeks ago. So I'm sure that's no easy task, because I'm sure I'm probably the biggest one out of the group.
Yeah.
So, but man, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad it was a 50 lap race just because I don't think I had much more in me.
Mm.
My concentration level was starting to go out the window. So, glad the 50 came when it did and it ended. But no, hats off to Mikey and Wayne. for taking the reins while obviously John's out
Hmm.
hatching a new baby. So
Oh, is
congrats
that
to
what's
him.
going on? Wow,
Yeah, yeah,
congratulations.
he's probably keeping it on the down low, but dude, I can't keep my mouth shut. She's
Yeah.
cute as a button. She definitely
Ah,
don't get the looks from
I was
him.
going to
I
say,
promise you
definitely, definitely, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
no
some of the
looks from
racing
him.
ability, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we'll see, we'll see. But no, with me going down and leaving Mikey and Wayne kind of at the realm, I know those cats can do it.
Yeah,
I'm not
I bet.
saying I'm the best admin to ever live, but when I can literally sit on bed and fight the sickness and not have to worry about
No,
anything.
it's in good
That
hands. Yeah.
that's it's in great hands. So thank you for them. Kent was an in-race admin. So all the guys, we're all big on bringing new guys in. Wayne was filling me in about how the week's been going. Looks like we've got a field of racers now. Plus, once you
Yep.
add all of us other guys back in, then we might have 30 car races. Who knows? So good broadcasting on your part because it's going to be some fun racing.
It has been some, and we've always said, whether it's 12 to 17 to 20 or whatever, it's always the racing. It's such positional one-on-one battles that it doesn't matter if you're first or last. It's like you're racing for first in terms of
Oh
attitude on the
yeah.
track. So no, it's always good. But yeah, it's so fun because especially doubleheader night is always the telling one, um, where you have 17, 19 cars in both fields, but you'll lose five. You'll have five different guys in the first race to the five separate other guys in the second race. So yeah, I feel like you know the biggest problem we're just looking at now is, do we get to a position somewhere in the middle of the season where people are actually racing for a spot in the feature type of a
Hmm.
situation? And
Yeah.
that's a good problem to have.
I've done that one time. I think it was in R3. We had
Hmm.
30 cars or something like that. And then the next race, I had to bump it down just because we were at, I think, Fairbury or something like that with 30 cars. And it was, it's a good problem to have, and it just makes racing so much funner. Trying to fight into a feature, it feels like more like a racing atmosphere. But really, the only thing I have to say, I've been doing this for a hot minute now, and
Hmm.
obviously, like, I don't do anything outside of, this league. To the new guys that's came in, stick with it, man. We make these long schedules for a reason. Granted, if you didn't have luck at the beginning of the season, dude, anything can pan out at the end. Just stay with it, show respect, and race clean. And I promise you, if you make it to the championship race, it's going to come down to the last lap. It always does. But love the new cats already. I've got to race with one, and then obviously Randall. So it's always fun. Usually at the beginning of every new season, we get a bunch of new guys in here, and we kind of have to weed out and weed in, and keep doing that for a few weeks. But if y'all are listening new, just stay true to racing clean and showing respect to us, to everybody on the track, and I promise you that goes a long way in this
Ah,
league.
for sure, for
Um,
sure.
but yeah, other than that, hats off to you.
Appreciate it.
Love having you as the broadcaster. We started a new team, so I have to say, hats off to Triple Groove. I know Kent and John, obviously, we're picking up John's slack, so go figure. But we're gonna rock that league out. Now, granted, that doesn't mean diddly squat. We're all racing as hard as anybody against
Yeah,
each other, so
yeah,
it's a good. I'll promise you, if anybody's gonna race hard against other two, it's gonna be me.
yeah, yeah.
But no, and then just the beginning of a new season. We'll see what the season's going to hold, and we'll hopefully come down to the championship round like it always does. So, but
Yeah,
I'm
look,
glad to take a win and end my week racing.
yeah, look. I think there's a few certainties that do come with Knuckleheadz iRacing League, and that is that at least one championship will come down to the final round. That new guys settle in well, and that basically, like you say, just to echo your sentiments, every season there's guys that come in as newbies and end the season as parts of the furniture. It's that middle part of the season, and that's the great thing about some of these extended seasons and runs. You get to know each other so well, and you just get better. You don't even realize it. So yeah, look, echo those
Oh,
sentiments. Stick
absolutely.
stick around because it'll only be about 8 weeks before you'll be considered part of the furniture and a regular. Um,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the cool thing about our league is, yeah, I mean we're out here racing hard, but dude, the bond that I mean we're all cutting up in
Mm,
Discord. What other league does that while they're racing 100 laps? You know, hardcore racing.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, like I said to the new guys, I mean it just stay true and you'll be family before you know it, and you'll be cutting up with us. So we're looking forward to it.
Nice, likewise. And yeah, I've got the easiest job, as I say. So it all works out well for me because I get to send it all out to the world and I get to watch it and watch you guys. With that in mind, Kent in the chat, as well as Dawson Potter, good racing fellas. Congratulations, Josh Roberts. So that's the type of thing. It's whether they're on the track or not. The support you guys give each other is just it's awesome. It's brilliant. Well, that wraps up our broadcast for today. So we're back Sunday night US, Monday morning Australian. We'll do it all over again. Another 4 races over the 3 nights. But until then, Josh, congratulations. Make sure you reminded the Triple Groove Racing guys that you've got the first win on the board here with the late models. And
Absolutely.
good luck on the championship run with all this competition that's coming into the season.
Oh yeah, it won't be easy, but I'm ready for it. So we'll see, and I appreciate you.
No worries, my man. You have a good night.
You too.
Bye. All right, that was Josh Roberts, Triple Groove Racing driver and winner of the YOTAOUTLAWZ Late Model Series Dirt Super Late Models here at the Lernerville Speedway. Well, as you hear, that wraps up our broad racing broadcast for the week. We'll be back again Monday morning US, Monday morning Australian, Sunday night US. Scott Harding did mention that I'd like to hear more of the cars going around the track. Your mic is a little loud on the cars. It is set up that way. I do see that on the levels. So I'll bring that back a bit and see if we can balance that and it still works out fine. Just appreciate the constructive criticism. I love it. If it helps me to get better, then I'm all for it. Josh Roberts with a late like. With that in mind, thank you to him, Thomas, Ty Dawson, Chris Perotta for the likes, Ty for the shares, the follows. It's Zilzy and Porky AUS. We had Beth and who do we have in the chat? Beth, Zilzy, and I'm thinking of Twitch chat. Birdie, that was it, Birdie, as well as Scott Harding. It's Zilzy in the chat there. Thomas Dennis, Ty, KC McLean, Dawson. My God, we're at the end of the broadcast, folks. Thank you so much for watching. All right, you know the drill. Love yous all. Boy.